Wednesday, September 1st, and I have been meaning to, my goal last week was to take my nails off, what I had, the gels for my birthday, and apply a whole set of Color Street and record the whole thing so that I could show how easy it is, how minimal time it takes. We are now Wednesday of the following week, and I'm still sporting the gels from my birthday on August 16th. Okay, so that was like 2.5, almost 3 weeks ago. And I just had to share that while my gel nails are chipping, a few days after I had my gels put on, I did the tutorial video where I showed everyone how to apply and how easy it was, but I did just 2 nails on each hand. But look at those 2 nails. Like, okay, you can see like I've got chip nail, like those are the gels that are chipped, but the Color Streets are still intact and actually look pretty darn good. So I had to share that. They're coming off today. I'm ready for a clean, fresh set, and it is like 8:30 on a Wednesday. I got up at 5 this morning. I am spinning my wheels everywhere I go. I've got family in town. We just went to see Paw Patrol. I'm tired. Girl's tired. And getting to bed on time is a struggle, but I can't. It's driving me nuts. So I just wanted to document like the awesomeness of Color Street, because like seriously, they've lasted longer than the gels. Even though I had the gels on a couple days before, you can just see like there's no chipping involved here at all. So I am going to take this off and apply a new set, but just for the record, they last. Good morning and welcome. My name is Jan and I'm here with Color Street Nails. Today I'm going to apply a full set and I'm going to do a mixed manicure. I've been into this for over a week. Last night I finally had the chance to take off the gels that I got for my birthday on August 16th. Today is September 2nd. I was pretty amazed, and I can't believe I'm making this claim, but I added 2 Color Street nails to the gel manicure that I had probably 2 days after I had my manicure. I was just kind of trying to show how simple it is to apply the nail strips. So I had 4 fingers, and you know, over the last few days my nails have been chipping like crazy, the gels. But the Color Street nails look brand new. So Color Street nails might actually last longer than gel. That's crazy, but it's true, and I got video evidence. So today I wanted to apply some nails. I am at work. This is my classroom. It has been crazy hectic. I'm here, you know, every day teaching. I teach English 12, so I work with seniors. This year's been amazing so far, honestly, amazing. The kids want to be here, and it makes such a difference. I would like to share my classroom, which is, I take a lot of pride here, but so this is my desk that I'm sitting at. This would be the page that I show every day, what we're doing in class. Front door, I've been wanting to do some string lights to get rid of the overhead lighting. The fluorescents are really hard on my eyes, give me headaches, and I think the kids appreciate it. Very, you know, calming. This is my room, and that over there is my class of 2022 grad cap wall. And this is just an example of how awesome these kids have been this year. I mean, in years past, I've assigned this, and most of the time you get some cool creative work, but half the time, like most students, the quality's not really there. The effort's not really there. Mediocre at best. But I honestly was just blown away this year. I mean, they put so much effort and creativity, so much color. Even the ones that aren't colored are pretty phenomenal. So, yeah. So this is the room that I spend a lot of time in. I am ready for the day. Lesson plans are in, we've got our activities set, and I have about an hour left until my first class starts for the day. So plenty of time to put some color on my nails because they're naked right now. Not my favorite place to be. I like color. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm going to apply this color, which is Crayon-tastic. Trend Spotted. Now this set is retired right now. I feel like it's gotta come back, because it's by far one of my favorite patterns. It's so cute. I mean, I'm a sucker for anything cheetah print. Anytime I have a chance to snatch one of these, I do. And I stocked up when I knew that they were going to retire that set, but they often bring them back out. So, and then I have my favorite, Tokyo Lights. I think I might add an accent nail. We'll see. Okay, so here's how you do it. You're gonna open your package. Okay, every pack includes instructions. You have a nail prep pad, which is basically alcohol to remove any oils from the surface of your nail, a nail file, and the strips. So fun fact, it is important that you do the nail prep first before you apply the strips. That removes oils. If you've ever been to the salon, you know, after they're done kind of cleaning up your nails, like, okay, go wash your hands, don't use any soap. Fun fact, in case you were curious and didn't know, the soap actually contains oils, so that will cause lifting in your manicure, whether it's gel or anything else. So that is why. Same concept here. You're going to make sure that you really thoroughly kind of go over your nail bed so that you don't have any of those natural oils or oils from your lotions and things like that on the surface. Just a quick, easy step, but it definitely saves your manicure. And I'm gonna go ahead and open this file. There's a plastic coating over it, and I don't like waiting till the end because you have to kind of peel it off, and it's a rough surface and it can actually mess up your Color Street strips. This little tip, I usually recommend applying these at night, like, you know, right before bed, because the polish strips are 100% real nail polish. They're mostly dried. So when you put them on at night, you know, you're not using your hands for anything, and it can kind of solidify overnight, harden, dry, and then the next day it's like good to go, and you don't have to worry about damaging the strips on your nails or, you know, nicks or moving it around. But I will tell you this, so designs and glitters, these strips have a thicker consistency than just the solid. I find them a little bit easier to manipulate. They are less likely to get messed up. And you know, I've done this so long that I kind of know how to protect my nails throughout the day. Each pack comes with 2 strips. One of these strips can make one whole manicure because you're using both ends of the strip. I mentioned in my last video that there is a little bit of a learning curve, but it's like a couple times that after you apply, you start to get the hang of it. You know, it's just like anything else, like riding a bike. Once you figure it out, it's pretty much easy peasy after that. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your strips and you're kind of just gonna like place it on top of your nails, and you're gonna decide best fits each nail. And even if it's not a perfect fit, these are stretchable as well. Another tip is you're gonna start with your pinkies. So, you know, in the directions, it'll say to apply the nail, gently stretch to fit, and then file the excess. I don't file it. What I do is I pinch it off with my thumbs. So your thumbs are actually your greatest tool. The nail, you're gonna push the strip underneath, and that kind of breaks it off, and then you're gonna use the other side to apply it. And when you're done applying, then when I go back and I kind of file them down. The other thing is, you know, you'll get some natural wear and tear after like a few days or not even a few days, probably after a week since the time you applied your nails. But just a simple file, you know, will make it look clean again. So, tips and tricks. All right, I have pretty small nail beds, which I feel like I'm kind of jealous of the girls with like long nail beds, because they don't need to have like long nails for their nails to stand out. I feel like my nails need a little bit of length. In my first video that I did, I sat on the strips, and I'm just doing that again right now. Even though these are fresh strips, just giving them a little bit of warmth makes them a little more flexible and easier to stretch and manipulate. So just a quick smoosh with my booty. So I'm gonna go with, this is the smallest strip. I think the most tedious part of this process is peeling the strip off. So I've already removed, I broke this one off of the set. I already removed, there's a little piece of plastic that's over the top. So I just take that off. And then I typically just leave everything else on. Some people remove the tab first. It's kind of like based on your preference. So I am going to just, you know, stick my fingernail in between the strip and the backing and gently pull. Now, it helps to kind of get like a good solid finger on most of the strip so that you don't, you know, tear it away to, you know, where it's perforated. That's where you want to tear it. Okay, so I've got my strip ready to go. Sometimes you'll get like little flyaway sort of thing in the peeling process, and that's fine. Like after a day, those kind of just like fall off naturally. You don't even have to do anything about it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I have my fingers ready to go. They're prepped. I have a lot of rings on today. I'm gonna take that one off, a little loose. And you're just going to lay it over the top of your nail, and you wanna avoid overlapping your cuticle. And you just set it down, and you're going to smooth it out, just like that. Now, if I didn't like my placement, I can pull it back up and try again until I have it where I want it. And you can kind of stretch it out. So this strip is a little bit more narrow than my nail is, so I can tug on it a little bit to get it to stretch to the sides. But I'm honestly not even that, you know, concerned about it, because I mean, unless you're looking up closely with a magnifying glass, you really can't tell. Now, here's what I'm doing. So I've laid it down and I'm taking my thumb and I'm kind of pushing my fingernail underneath the nail that I'm applying the strip to, and that cuts it off. So I'm going to use my thumb to kind of push it down and start creating some adhesion there. When you're done applying all your strips, you're going to go back over it with a nail pusher, and that just kind of adds, you know, reinforces that. Okay, so just like that. I'm going to take this strip with my opposite hand and I'm going to do the other side. It's interesting because you'll notice like some of these are like a perfect, you know, or this one's like perfect ovular, and then this one kind of flares out in the middle, and then like this one end is thinner than the other. And I think that's just to give you some more variation to work with whatever shape your nail is. So like I'm using this one, and this end is thicker and this one end is more narrow. So this nail I'm actually applying is even more narrow than the other side, and once again, it doesn't cover my whole nail bed. There's a little gappage on the sides, but like I could stretch it out, or I could just leave it like that. You can't really tell, right? If I really wanted to, I could, you know, apply to one side, layer it on the other side. There's a lot of options, but I'm just gonna do it like this because it doesn't bother me. So I've got 2 applied already. 2 nails are done. Okay, so I also want to decide what nails I want to be accented with the cheetah. So I'm going to leave my ring finger, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this color, the Crayon-tastic, to all of my nails, and then I want to add my Tokyo Lights over on top of it. Tokyo Lights is beautiful by itself because it's a little bit translucent, but if you add a color underneath, it like brings out that color. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I just I love glitter. This already has some glitter, you know, some shimmer to it, but it's not chunky or anything. I don't know, I always like to do like a chunky glitter with a pattern, you know, to the side. And I don't even know if that's a trendy thing anymore to do, but I like it like that. I like to have fun with my nails. I know some people prefer just solids and simple, and like I know my sister, she likes just like neutrals kind of. She tends to go with like some pastel colors and just solid, no designs or anything like that. And Color Street has plenty of those as well. So however you prefer to style your nails, you have all of that, you know, flexibility with Color Street. All right, so I'm adding this color to the opposite hand now. And a little off here, I'm going to place. So I've got 4 nails done now. I'm moving on to my pointer finger. I am gonna go with, okay, the strip fits. Peeling it back. I have a question. So has anyone tried these Color Street style type nails that you find at the store? You can find them at Walgreens, Target, Walmart, I'm sure. They're like the same concept, although I don't know if they're actual real nail polish or if they're like vinyl or plastic, but I have tried them. And I thought, oh, these are more accessible and they have cute designs too, and a little, just a little bit more affordable, depending, you know. And I tried them and they're just not as good. Quality is not as good. They're thicker. They're not as easy to apply. Once you do apply, they tend to lift. I noticed that they're foggy. And by foggy, I mean like, it looks almost like cloudy. And I was not a fan. I was like, yeah, I'm glad I tried it, you know, to know. But I will be sticking with Color Street for sure. Okay, so I'm now applying that same strip to the other side again. Cutting it off with my thumb. You can see this is really going fast. Okay, I have one more finger left, which is my thumb, so I think I'm going to go with this size. Okay, so I've used a grand total of 4 strips for 8 nails. And I have a lot remaining. So another thing, I can't show it here because I did not bring my flat iron to work. But that's what I usually use to preserve what's left of my nail strips. Should probably try and get some up close here. Yeah, so when you're finished applying all your strips, you want to preserve your remaining strips so that you can reuse them. And by the way, these work on your toes too. So you can use them, reuse them. This one's a little bit bigger than my finger, which is actually, it's fine. I can kind of like put my fingernail down in there and actually cut it off the same way I do it from the front of the nail. Anyway, so once you're finished, you're gonna put them back in the package, and you basically just take a flat iron. You can use a lighter or any other kind of like heating tool to seal it back up. Because they're not 100% dried, you don't want them to dry out, because then you can't reuse them. They're pretty much useless once they're dry. They won't stick. My bestie, she tried these, I think it was last summer. So Risa tried them. She opened them just to check them out and didn't realize like how important it was to not open them until you're ready to use them, and then to reseal them once you do. And they're kind of useless after that, which was kind of a bummer because she didn't even get to try them. So that is a big step. All right, this one, some of you, if you have longer nail beds, like you'll see this other half is not gonna work for my thumb because I guess my thumbs are a little bit longer. I could use it like that and like just put like another layer over, but I'm just gonna use another strip because, I mean, I can, they're not, because I do so many mixed manis, I don't really worry too much if like I don't have an even set to make a whole full manicure. But I think even after I use this one, I'll still have enough to make another full manicure. Anyway, my friend Paula, she's the one who started selling Color Street, and you know, I definitely wanted to check it out. And I tried it. The first time I tried it, I was like, you know, because it does take practice. But I still thought they were cute, you know, so I kept trying, and it didn't take me long to figure it out. Now you can see, I already have this on, and if I don't want to risk like messing it up, I could use something else to put under my nail to cut it off. And I usually use like one of those, it's just another tool that I have. But this, because this is thicker, I'm not too worried about it. So I'm just gonna use my nail like I did before. Anyway, so Paula, she started selling it, and I posted a couple parties for her, and she runs the whole thing, which is awesome. And so if you're interested in doing a party, basically, I set up a page for you. It's all virtual. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to have people to your house or anything like that. You don't have to host or entertain. I set up the page for you. You just invite your friends, and then I run the party. And that's how Paula's done it a few times. So I posted 2 parties for her. Both times earned me free strips, just based on the quantity that was purchased by my friends. And I didn't do anything. Like, I interacted, you know, they're fun. They're fun parties. You know, share a little bit about yourself. We play games and things like that. So it's super fun, but I didn't actually have to do anything, really. She led the whole thing. And that's what I would do if you wanted to host a party. It's a great opportunity for me to reach people that, you know, I don't know. And also a great way for you to share with your friends your secrets. It's funny because, like, I get compliments on my nails a lot. And, because I like to have fun with them. I think people that like to have fun with their nails, they obviously stand out a little more than just like your typical manicure. So I do get complimented a lot. It's not all about the compliments, you know, they're nice. But it's funny because people are like, oh my gosh, how do you do that? Or like, who's your nail person? How did you? And I'm like, no, they're nail strips. You just place them on, easy peasy. And they're like, oh my gosh, those are so cool. You know, so I feel like a lot of people have heard of Color Street, but I don't know if they've actually given it a shot or know how easy they are to use and how cute the patterns are and all that stuff, you know? So I also encourage you, like, if you want to host a party, invite friends, include like a little message if you've used them before or not, you know, and nobody has to buy. You know, if they just want to watch and see how it works and check out the patterns and designs and give it a shot, they can. They don't have to. You know, it's not required. And if you or anyone you know would rather just like try a sample before they actually make the purchase and commit to it, and by commit, I mean just making a purchase. When you make a purchase, you're not signing up for anything. It's not like a subscription or anything like that. But I can send out free samples as well. So if anyone wants to private message me and give me your address, I will mail them to you. You can try them out. The samples are the 2-packs. So I kind of like, so if you want to try them out, I would just like paint your nails with regular nail polish or gel, whatever you prefer, and then use the testers or the samples as like accent nails. The ones that I have a lot of are my favorite, the Tokyo Lights. And then I can't remember the name of the other one, but it looks like a watercolor painting. It's so pretty. I'm obsessed. I was really tempted to do that today, but I think I want to save that for something else. I think I got started on the topic of the fall sets. I'm like obsessed with the fall line, but it's still pretty warm here. It started to cool down this week in Vegas. Yesterday, finally, it was like, I walked outside and I was like, oh, huh, I'm not sweating profusely already, you know. It usually cools down around October. It's my favorite month of the year because it's really the only month that actually feels like fall. If you've ever been to Vegas or if you're not from here, you've probably heard it's hot. We don't have seasons really. It's pretty much like death hot until it's not, and then it's pretty cold. So like spring and fall just feel like very short. So you just really kind of like want to soak it up. So I'm not really ready for those fall sets yet because the weather isn't there yet. How cute is that? So now I just want to add, I think I'm going to put the glitter on my middle and my thumb. Actually, no, I won't do my thumb because I don't have the full set. I don't know if they're wide enough. I might decide later that when I go home to put some on my nails. So I think for now I'll just do the middle finger. And again, like I'm adding too, I would be done by now, you know, if I were not wanting to add some extra pizzazz to my nails. Okay, final strip. So I'm going to show you, like you can see here, it's a little bit transparent. When I place it over the red, it gives it that red underneath. So pretty. This is why Tokyo Lights is my favorite. It like complements whatever color is underneath it, whatever color is beside it. It's like the perfect glitter. I just love it. I've just done straight up Tokyo Lights on all my nails and they just bling out. I love it. Okay, I'm done with application. Look how pretty they are. I love them. I love them. Okay, so once you're done with that, the next step that I usually do is I take my little pusher and I just kind of go over and really try to get it down into the nail bed, underneath like the skin. If there's some hanging off the side, you can kind of push it down under. This also removes any like possible air bubbles and things like that. Just smooths it out. I've got nail strips all over my desk. That's okay though. Okay, so once I'm done with this, I will use my nail file to kind of, because like there's going to be some like little tiny little pieces that are a little just too long, and I'm going to file those down so it's nice and clean, and then my mani is done. I am like obsessed right now with the Tokyo Lights over this Crantastic. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I'm already like thinking like Christmas. I'm going to have to do something with this color again because it's like so festive. I've applied these nails in airplanes, in cars, in classrooms, obviously. They're really easy to take on the go, actually. So like, let's say you're going somewhere last minute and you don't have time for a manicure. Like you don't have time to go to the salon. Maybe that's what you prefer to do. You don't have time or whatever. You're not wanting just plain Jane naked nails. You know, throw these suckers on and you can do it anywhere. You know, like I just threw my strips in a bag this morning and I have everything I need because really everything you need is in the package. Other than what it requires to just kind of clean up your nails, you know, like cut down your cuticles and buff them out sort of thing. Okay, so final step, I'm just going to take my file and go over the edges. It kind of cuts off any remaining strip residue. Gives it that nice clean look. I hate filing my nails. Does anyone else have that issue? To me, it's like nails on a chalkboard, kind of. This doesn't bother me. I don't know why this isn't bothering me. Maybe it's because I'm doing it to myself, but anytime I go to the salon, I'm like, can you not? Like, if there's an option to cut it down rather than file it down, I will take the cutting because, I don't know, it just gives me the heaves. Or any of you ticklish. My mom, anytime I go get a pedicure, her feet get super tickly when they do like the buffing, you know, on your feet. Just like squirms. It's so funny. It's just funny how we're all different because that doesn't bother me at all. And the filing doesn't bother her. Another tip too, so they sell a clear overlay. So if you're wanting them to last just a little bit longer, that kind of works as like a top coat sort of thing. These are real nail polish, you know. Or if you have gel polish and the UV light, I sometimes just go over it with a gel top coat. If I really want them to last. But they'll last plenty like this, just like this. You don't have to add anything to it. They'll last, you know, 10 to 14 days or more, as I proved with my last manicure where I added 2. Okay, I'm completely done. How do we feel? Are they not so cute? I'm loving it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so I hope that helps anyone out there who is curious to see like how difficult is this? No, it's not time consuming. Doesn't it look like I just like had these done? I don't know. To me it does. It's clean. It's patterned. It's sparkly and everything that I love in a manicure. And I did that in, I don't know, 20 minutes-ish. 20, 25 minutes. All right, I'm done. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, please feel free to private message me, reach out. I'm happy to help, you know, answer anything I can. If you want a sample, hit me up. I will send it to you. And that is it. I am going to get ready for my classes that are coming in soon. And I hope you all have a great day.